So this entire chapter on trimming is all about manipulating transitions, and we've already seen some very important forms of this through rippling and rolling. Now there are two more forms of trimming that we'll explore in this movie called slipping and sliding. So I'm going to go into 4.3. Let's talk about slipping first. When you perform a slip edit, you change a shot's content, but not its position or duration. So I've got a marker here, and I'm going to zoom in, Command++. So what a slip is essentially leaving a clip parked right where it is, but reaching into the shot handles to pick a different set of frames to include within the shot. And I've got a reaction shot here of Joseph, which I think is positioned nicely, but I'm not convinced that the shot itself is really working. So let me play through these couple of shots to show you what I mean.
So.
All right, he's coming up. Again, we have this tension, and I've inserted this reaction shot from Joseph, and then his boss speaks. I think it'd be better if the shot of Joseph wasn't just of him looking straight ahead, but he's looking down. He can't even look at his boss. So what we want to do is reach into an earlier point in time, into the shot's handles, and bring it into this space that the shot is occupying. So what I'm going to do is enter trim mode, which again, I can do by accessing it from this menu or by pressing T on the keyboard. And I just click on the clip and then drag it in the direction that I want to access. I know that he's looking down earlier, so I'm going to drag to the right. And notice up here in my monitors that when I drag to the right, I'm accessing earlier points in time. So I'm going to drag until I see that he's looking down right about there. So he's looking down, he can't even look at him, and I'm going to release. Now let's go ahead and play. Again, we've changed the shot content, but not its position or duration. Let's see how it's working. And I like it. So again, if I want to access earlier points in time, I drag to the right. If I want to access later points in time, I drag to the left. And you can see visually pretty well what's going on if you look at the clip itself. So you can also use the keyboard. You just need to make sure that you're in slip mode, which you know that you are by looking at these yellow brackets that are on the inside of the clip. You can use the period and comma key just like you could with other forms of trimming. I'm slipping to the left by using the comma. I'm slipping to the right by using the period. It is nice to be able to drag, to be able to see both the beginning and end frames of the first and last part of the clip when I'm looking at this detailed trimming display. Let's try that out. And I'm just going to play and see how I like it. I think that works pretty well. So that's slip. Now I'd like to discuss slide, which is changing a shot's position, but not its content or duration. When you slide a shot, you actually change where it's positioned between two adjacent shots. I'm going to press Shift-Z to fit it into the timeline window, and then I have another marker down here where I think I'd like to slide a shot. So I'm going to zoom in, Command++, and I'm going to play this part of the sequence so that we can see what's going on.
That's it? 6 p.m., huh? And if I'm a risky choice, then don't use me.
All right, so as you can see, we have a shot of Joseph's boss here, and he's walking away, and then he stops short. So I like the shot content, and I like how long it is, but I think it'd be better if it was positioned a little earlier, closer to where Joseph delivers his line. So that's where slide comes in. To slide a shot, I'm going to enter trim mode, and I'm actually already in trim mode, so trim mode is T on your keyboard. And then instead of just clicking and dragging, which is going to get into slip mode, I'm going to option click and drag. Notice that when I do this, the clip literally slides back and forth. And if I want to position it earlier, I'm just going to go to the left. And I also can do this on the keyboard. Just make sure that I'm in slide mode, which means my yellow brackets are on the outside. And then just press my comma and period key like so. Let's go ahead and check out this edit.
6 p.m., huh? And if I'm a risky
All right, I think that's better. So our cutaway of him stopping short is coming much closer to the thing that he's reacting to, so it's not so far downstream. So that's slide. And you'll notice that I already put myself back into select mode by pressing A. Again, if I'm in trim mode, I just press A, I'm back into select mode, and I'm ready to go. So as you can see, slipping and sliding shots are really great additional ways to manipulate your transitions by dynamically changing your shot content or position, thereby improving your edit.